Boxing fans, what's good? Africans watch boxing here. Hey, hope you guys are having a lovely week. You know what I'm saying? Everything's been good with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I was putting in some work not too long ago, and it finally paid off, and it paid off big time. So we thank God for that. We eating. It's all good. I hope everything is working out with you guys, man. I hope everything is cool with your family. I hope whatever you do to get money, whatever you do to provide for your family, your kids, I hope everything is going smoothly and nobody has any problems. And I hope the grace of God is abiding with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody's good. Now let's talk some boxing. Okay. Now, I'm not a reporter. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a guy that loves boxing, come on YouTube, makes videos, likes to dialogue with my fellow boxing fans. So what I'm saying here, you know what I'm saying, is just my truth. You know what I'm saying? The facts. I'm just speaking the facts as I've heard it, you know, as I've heard it. Now, some of the facts that I'm saying might be wrong, but I don't think it's wrong because I fact-checked almost everything, you know. So this video is just the fact about this Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight. You know what I'm saying? From the perspective of a guy that just wants to either watch good boxing or keep it moving. I'm not in neither of these guys' pockets. I'm not biased to anybody. You know, I'm not media. I don't talk to none of them. You know what I'm saying? None of their money is going to make it to my pocket. I don't need to make videos with them to try to gain some money from YouTube or nothing like that. This is just a regular boxing fan that watches a lot of boxing. I have my own job, make my own bread. I do my own thing. But I watch a lot of boxing, you know what I'm saying? And I love the sport. And I know what the sport is. You know what I'm saying? Because I watch it all the time. I do research about the sport. I bought almost every pay-per-view there was ever been. You know what I'm saying? Since the time I started watching boxing. So I'm just basing this on facts. Because I think this Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder thing is ridiculous. And it's more ridiculous because of the way some of the fans, you know what I'm saying, are going about it. It's very ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, and don't get it twisted. I'm the guy that feels like I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm boycotting Joshua, kind of, you know what I'm saying, because I'm going to watch his fight, but I'm not going to pay for it. Why? Because I believe that Anthony Joshua's next fight needs to be Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to help boxing. You know, that's what's going to make a lot of bread. And that's just the next big fight. You know what I'm saying? So why not? You feel me? But I'm saying that, but I understand some things about boxing. Trust me. I know this about boxing. You see, it's very easy for somebody to say, oh, this is what I'm going to do when they're not in position yet. I've seen a lot of good fighters that when Keith Thurman would be one. On the come up, he wants to fight Floyd. He wants to fight the best of the best. As soon as he's at the top, now he's nursing injuries. He's ducking this, ducking that. That is what boxing is, fellas. We've been watching this sport for a minute. It's a dirty sport. And it's dirty from every angle. Every angle. Or every promoter is dirty. There's no need to start pointing hands and start acting like just one side is dirty here. I mean, let's just keep it funky. The situation with Anthony Joshua, even though I believe he's stupid and he should fight Wilder and he's ducking him, maybe he himself feels he's not ducking, but the whole thing that's coming from his corner, from his side, is ducking to me. But I believe if Wilder was in position, who's to say he's not going to do the same thing? And I'm just talking from somebody who watches boxing. And anybody who sits here and try to act like I'm just talking shit, you fooling yourself. We've seen so many boxers do this. Some of the best there's ever been have done this. People will tell you Floyd ducked some people. They will tell you Ray Leonard ducked some people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Boxers do this all the time. So for the guys, for the normal guys, you know what I'm saying, like me, that's out there, they love boxing, wants to see the fight, of course. You know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it funky and not fool ourselves because we don't gain anything from these boxers' purses. It's not personal, okay? We're just talking. And if anybody who feels like maybe what I'm saying here is aggravating you, you're stupid. Unless, of course, you're making some money, you know, somehow. Maybe you're making money somehow from this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? But I could talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal. This stuff is not personal to me. I point out who I think is ducking, and I keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Let's just say some facts here. Number one fact that everybody knows, or that I believe. Let me say it for me. I believe Joshua is ducking Wilder. Joshua, maybe not Joshua himself, but his team. Because they know Joshua is a big risk. Everybody knows fighting Wilder is a big risk. That's established already. We know that, right? Number two, we know that Eddie Hearn wants to pay Joshua $12 million, $12.5 million for the fight, which is a ridiculous amount of money because I'm sure the fight is going to make more than that. You know what I'm saying? But we also know that $12.5 million is the biggest purse that Wilder has ever received. You know what I'm saying? Probably triple the biggest purse he's ever received. We know that. We just stating facts here, okay? Okay. Next fact is we know that AJ, either he fights Wilder for his next fight or not, is going to make what he's been making. Because AJ has a fan base, guys. He has a fan base. I mean, the Parker fight, who's going to sit here in the right man and say that those 70,000 people that was at the seats, that 20,000 of them came to see Parker? No, they almost every single one of them came to see AJ. We know that. Another point, right? Whoever Wilder fights next is going to make way less than 12.5 million. We understand it. I'm just stating facts. I'm not sitting here telling you what's wrong or right. I'm just telling you facts, just for y'all to listen and let's dialogue, okay? We know he's going to make less than 12. We know he's going to make less than 4. He'll probably make less than 2 because for his last fight, I think he got 1 or 2 million for Ortiz. Okay. We know that AJ's next fight, either he fights Wilder or not, he's probably going to make what he usually makes, which is between 15 to 20 million. We know that. Okay. Next one. We know boxing is dirty, son. We understand that boxing is, it's a dirty business. And if you're a promoter and you have a guy like AJ, right, and the next guy, and you know that the biggest fight for him is Wilder, you're going to be skeptical because you don't want to lose all the millions that you're making from AJ. Is this hard to understand? I understand that I'm a boxing fan and I want to see the fight, right? But when the fight is not coming true, I'm not going to sit here and keep making videos over and over again. You know what I'm saying? The press should do that, and they're doing a good job of that. The people that are doing journalism about the sport, about the fight, they're doing good about that. But we can't sit here and try to over-influence the fans like maybe this is the bad guy, this is the good guy. The sport is a dirty sport. If you are Eddie Hearn today and you know how Wilder is punching, you're going to figure out a way to not give him the fight. That's been established already. I mean, once you establish that, okay, it appears that Joshua's team is ducking Wilder, what else can you do other than keep saying that? Now, when people try to be disingenuous and try to say, oh, this price wants to give him 12.5 million. Dude, if I'm Wilder, right, what I would do is, once he said 12.5 million, I'll try to go up. But if it's not going up, I'll take the fight. I say, okay, 12.5 million, I'll take the fight. Because at the end of the day, right, if you can beat AJ, right, and you could make that, and you could translate that into you being in the position AJ is and making all their money, then take the fight. Just like Floyd took the fight with De La Hoya, even though everything was against Floyd. And this is the thing. If you don't want to take the fight because you believe you should make more, that's cool too. Just don't take the fight. Just don't take the fight. And let the journalists keep reporting what they're reporting and keep fighting the next people. Even though I think if you're not going to fight Joshua anyway, and you're going to fight somebody like Brazil and make like 1 million or 2 million again, why not just take the fight, make 12 million, and then flip the script? Out of everything that Joshua has ever done, everything to me is like it's ducking, except for one thing that he said. He said, for the people that are saying the fight is 100 million, okay, give me 60 million, and you go translate the fight to make 100 million, and you make whatever else it is. Everybody knows what he said there. If you sit over here and say what he said doesn't make sense, man, you're being disingenuous. What he said makes sense. Even though he knows that Wilder is not that big, right? He knows Wilder cannot pull that off. It's not like Wilder don't have promoters there. Because, okay, we'll promote the fight, but it's going to be hard for them to pull it off. The fight is just better to be heard in England and for Eddie Hearn and them to use AJ to make the vast majority of the money with Wilder. But it's really going to be AJ, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You feel me? That's completely cool. But if, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want that, you don't want 12 million, then it's whatever. Then don't take the 12 million. But just understand that you're going to lose money. Because look, like I said, I believe that Wilder is going to beat Joshua whenever they fight, and if they fight. But after you say that, what else can you say? What am I? Some kind of, like, I have, you know what I'm saying? Like regular boxing fans, we establish what we need to establish, but we go about our life because we have jobs too. We have stuff that brings us money too. We're not going to sit over here and keep sobbing over Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. We know what's wrong is wrong, what's right is right. But if I was to give advice to Deontay Wilder, I would say call their bluff. Take the 12.5 million, knock him out, and figure out a way to translate that into you being in this position and being the biggest thing ever and being the unified heavyweight boxing champion. Even if you don't translate it to a lot of money, you translate it to a lot of honor and integrity. That you are the last, you end up being a unified heavyweight boxing champion. Another thing that I thought if I was I thought Wilder should have took the fight between, I can't even remember his name now, the guy with Eddie Hearn that they tried to push to replace Joshua for Wilder. I think Wilder should have took the fight. Because if you take that fight, you make that money, and that fight happens in England, and I know you could beat that guy. And right in front of every English person right there in London, telling them like, look, they gave me this dude and I dropped him. Now give me the biggest, you could promote yourself with that. How good will it be for Wilder to be in London or wherever in the United Kingdom, knocking out that guy, standing and saying, look, I want Joshua, I just knocked out the guy. You know what I'm saying? It looks better. And if you don't want to do that, and you don't want to go for the AJ fight, and the fight is not coming, then you're going to have to kind of deal with it. I mean, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. I just want to have dialogue, man, with boxing fans. I don't want to talk to other people that I don't care about Wilder or Joshua. I don't make no money from these guys. I just like sports and I just like boxing and I want to see the fight. But if the fight is not happening, I'll tell you what I think and I'll tell you what I think is ducking and then we'll move on. But if we're going to talk about what's smart for one person, if Joshua has a mandatory, so if worse comes to worse, he just fight his mandatory. This is Povetkin. And it's gonna and you have to understand, I don't think that Wilder would never be Joshua's mandatory. It's just that for them to unify the belts, and that's what I think. If I'm wrong, you guys tell me. But I think for them to unify the belt is why they fight. Because once Joshua beats Povetkin or Povetkin beats Joshua, they will have other mandatories. You know what I'm saying? For all the belts that Joshua already has. So because we know boxing is dirty, Joshua could literally dog Wilder, you know what I'm saying, legally by saying, oh, well, I'm fighting my mandatory and I'm not fighting you. And both these guys are so green that if they don't fight now, you never know what's going to happen. Somebody might beat Joshua, somebody might beat Deontay Wilder, and then they waste money. So my point is, if I'm Wilder, when they say 12.5, I'll probably come, okay, 15, 20. If that's not possible, I'll call their bluff. Okay, I'll take 12.5. Let's go and see what happens then. And if they still duck you, now the whole world knows the truth. But if they don't duck, you go over there, take that rage of them trying to cheat you, knock them out, and translate that into you. Or you could just call them at their bluff and call Al Heyman and everybody and see. I mean, if you guys really feel that this fight is that big, give me 60 million and you guys promote it the way you guys want to promote it and make a killing. I mean, boxing fans, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You guys comment, subscribe. Let's see. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe there's some things that I'm not looking at. But I just feel like the back and forth, you know what I'm saying, is just too much, man. Every time you go try to see what's up with boxing, you see AJ, Wilder, this. Too many people are just taking it way too personal. And I understand that some people have something to gain from it. But from us regular fans, there's not gaining anything. We're not journalists. Yet we make videos on YouTube because we love the sport and make predictions and talk about what's going on in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys that I want to talk to here. You know what I'm saying? Not the guys with eating agendas or anything. I care about the sport, but I'm going to just say it how it is. The sport is dirty. And that's not new to anybody. You know, what AJ them is doing, I can see anybody else. We got people that are doing it now. Just go to the history of sports. There's a lot of big guys that did the same thing. Dog somebody because that person is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It happens in the sport. That's my 2 cents, man. Let me see what y'all think. Oh, and I want to talk about the Adrian Bruner Tekashi 6ix9ine thing. I just made a video about Adrian Bruner saying this guy doesn't have his mind right. He definitely don't have his mind right. Because anybody who sits here, so Tekashi 6ix9ine puts clown under your comment, and because of that, you make a video on YouTube and it went viral, and you're supposed to be training for one of the most important fights in your life. You don't even know if he was talking to you, if he was talking to Charlamagne. But even if he was, man, what the fuck, B? You a boxer, man. You're a grown ass man. What do you need to make videos for instead of doing all that? This is just the world is just insane, man. But for everybody that got their mind right, the grown ups, they could, you know what I'm saying, they think before they act. This guy, I don't think this Adrian Broner guy is ready, man. I don't think he's gonna beat Vargas. And low key, man, I want the better guy, the guy that makes the sport a better sport to win the fight. If there's Vargas, I want it to be Vargas. If it's Adrian Broner, let it be Adrian Broner. But I don't think it's Adrian Broner. Because all he has is antics. You know what I'm saying? All these antics and all these whatever. And I'm a guy that favor antics and showing off. That's why I like Floyd Mayweather so much. But when that's not translating to the ring, then what the fuck? But let me see what you guys think, man. You guys comment, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I hope your family is good, man. Keep grinding. Keep putting in work. And keep being the best that you could be. You know what I'm saying? So good. One.